And here we are. Welcome to the world of Satisfactory. First thing we're gonna do is hold V and search for some iron ore. I have a little place thought out already that I like to start up. It should be this direction here. There should be a place with 4 iron nodes in one place. And that is a good place to start. The thing about... Oh. Yeah, here it is. The thing about the northern forest is that fall damage is that it's a little bit difficult to find a nice open space for your base, but that's also kind of a fun challenge. The good thing about the northern forest is that it has a good amount of resources, like we're gonna see here with this iron. It's of a pure quality, which means it's gonna have a little bit more for us. We'll get to it. I'm gonna kill this hog if it's not gonna kill itself. Bye, thank you. And yeah, this is a nice open space, so it's not too bad actually. Let's let Ada talk a little.
Blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Thank you for that little piece of lore, Ada. So what we're gonna do in this episode is we are gonna automate the most basic materials. We are gonna make out of iron, we're gonna make plates and rods. And out of copper, which is up there, we are gonna make wire and cable. And a limestone, which is up there, we're gonna make some concrete. That's our task. And in the next episode we're gonna expand on that, but for now we're gonna focus on the basics, and I'm gonna give you a little well, it's more of a suggestion for a good place to start, how many constructors I'd suggest and everything, and we'll just scale it up from there. Let's get started. First thing I'm gonna do is press Q and go to special and find the hub, which is gonna be our hub basically. A little habitat here where we have our little storage box for now. We have our milestones here, and we have our crafting table. And for now we have already, since we skipped the intros, we already have 4 handheld miners. I'm gonna place one of them here and one of them here, and then I'm gonna go to the copper to save us some time later. I'm gonna place them there. You notice me crouching on the ground and jumping. That's actually a way to go a little faster in this game. You hold shift to sprint, and then you jump, and then you hold shift to sprint. You just keep holding shift, and then you just hold C to crouch and jump, and crouch and jump. It only works when you're going downhill or flat. Let's do the little shortcut around here because we haven't got ourselves any ladders yet, so here we go. And boom, limestone is acquired. And the copper and limestone is just gonna start working over there and over there. And we're gonna set up a couple of... I'm actually gonna move the hub a little bit. It's a little bit in our way there. We're gonna have, you see those lightning icons there? They're where we're gonna get our power from, so we're gonna have those at the end there. Also, before we start, I'm gonna do a little bit of gathering of leaves. Yeah, cue montage. And that's how quickly you can get 3,000 bushes. And what we do with that is the following. We make it into biomass, because biomass is more energy efficient. And we need that for our power. And done. So manual crafting can be a little bit boring, but we're gonna automate everything eventually. But now this is gonna run for a good amount of minutes. Math. Let's see. I'll first take a power line and connect this. I'm not sure if you actually have to do that, but I like doing it, because that means they'll be in the same grid. And that's how electricity works in Satisfactory. So these miners have been working away, doing their job. I'm gonna grab some of it. There we go. I'm also gonna remove this thing. Every node in Satisfactory has a little extra thing on top that you need to remove before you can put on a proper miner, like this one. I'm gonna wait a little bit with that one, because if we look at our resources here, our iron plates, our concrete, our rods, our wire, our reinforced plates, and our cable, we have just enough to set up a little mini factory just for now, which we're gonna manually feed some smelters and constructors. So let's see. Firstly, we'll do one smelter here. We're gonna rebuild this pretty soon anyway, but so it doesn't really matter where we put them. Never be afraid to make a factory that's a little not optimized. It doesn't really matter, because later on you're gonna make more optimized factories anyway, and for now it's more about getting stuff made, you know. Also, we don't have splitters yet, so we can't really utilize all of our beautiful nodes here. Anyway, for now, grab this, and I'll remove this for later. There we go. Jumping around. There we go. And these are already done. Nice. And I'll put this copper in here, and I'll make another of these, and I'll hook them both up. And now they're gonna start making iron ingots and copper ingots, which means we don't have to manually craft them. And that is nice. Let's have a look at this. What do we want? We want to get some foundations pretty quickly, and we also need logistics. I suggest getting logistics first, because that'll give you splitters, which will make concrete production easier for base building. But you can do whatever. You can also go to tier 2 and jumpstart some of these. Field research gives you the map. That's also nice. I'm gonna select logistics for now, which puts it up in the right corner. We have 2 objectives now. We have build a space elevator, and we're gonna do that later, not in this episode. And we have milestone logistics. That's more about the progression, though. Let's look at this. We are gonna have one constructor here, and we're gonna have one constructor here. I'm holding control to make them snap. And this way, you see the lines aligning, so they snap this way, and they snap to the output input. I press 3, because that's a default position for the belt, and I just hook these up. And belts don't require electricity, so they'll just start. And I'll select a wire on this one, and I'll select plates on this one. And then I hook it up to some power, like this. And now it'll make this for us as well. Perfect. But we also want to make rods. So we'll take one of these smelters, we'll put in another one down, we'll take another constructor. I press middle mouse button to copy. And then we just line it up like this. We go like that. And we choose iron ingots there. And we choose iron rods there. So it's gonna take 15 iron ingots and make 15 iron rods per minute. 1-to-1 ratio. I wonder if that is actually... That is new in 1.0 actually. It used to be 10 per minute. It used to be... it's a little bit easier to plan your factories than in the beginning. I think that's a nice change. I'll just make one more of these. Look it up. This one. Look it up. Will our factory stand it? Let's look at our energy production versus our usage here. We have 40 megawatts of capacity and we are using 16 right now, and we can use 24 if all machines are running. That's what that means. We'll go grab some more copper. Right now I'm just trying to produce a little bit more of the stuff we need to get our basic factory down. And after that we're gonna have more than we need of those basic resources. This one iron ore is gonna be probably our rods and plates source. Probably for the rest of the game. But we have 3 more iron there, so there's plenty to go. I'm actually gonna go grab some of the concrete as well. Thank you. Kind of cute. Look like they have little eyes. Be careful not to fall down here. I did. There's plenty of... you can actually survive if you're full health. But then you'll be kind of sorry because there are a bunch of large creatures down there. Yeah, I suggest you don't fall. And now we will take one more constructor. We'll put it here actually. We'll make it a little easier later. And we'll tell this one to make concrete and we'll feed it some limestone. We'll grab a power line and hook it up. So right now we're making a lot of what we need. Why is this one not running? I never put some iron in it, that's why. Yes, that's a lot of wire for us. A lot of plates, thank you. This one was started to make rods. Alright, what's next? Let's have a look at how much resources we have. We still have a long way to go on the wires and the rods. But the good thing is that we don't have to do much to keep this going. We just have to make sure that there's iron there and that there's copper there. And you can usually do without handcrafting, but it really speeds along the process to just go like this. Just press your middle mouse button and wait for it to finish. And with the power of editing, we have over 100 rods extra. And this should have come along a good way as well. Yes, 200 wires, 60 more plates, and 44 more rods. Which is what we are gonna need for our logistics upgrade. A thing you could have done here to speed up this process a little bit is make a couple extra... You could have made a couple extra portable miners. then you'd have to... You could just run over once and get like 400 instead of going 4 times like I did. There we go. Just missing 50 wires, but we can do some more handcrafting, I guess. Logistics is a big upgrade though. It's gonna help us a lot. We cannot handcraft because we don't have any more copper. And now we have copper. Funny how that works. So let's grab the rest of the wire here and get this logistics upgrade. And we go shift click, shift click, shift click. And we launch it to space. This is my favorite part.
Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out, feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
Ada is funny, isn't she? I think so. The good thing about having the logistics upgrade is that we can now utilize all of our nodes here. So first thing is we're gonna make a couple more of these portable miners, because they are actually a recipe for the stationary miners. We're gonna make ourselves 3 of them. 1 for iron, 1 for copper, and 1 for limestone. There we go. And we're gonna pick up these ones. I just realized that I made unnecessary portable miners, but we'll have them for later. So we do this for now. And we don't have foundations yet, so we're gonna have to do this. We make a splitter. I'll put it like this. Doesn't have to be pretty for now. We'll make it pretty later, definitely. Oops. Not there. But there. So this miner, when it gets power, which is about now, it's gonna get us iron at a rate of 120 per minute. The reason it's 120 per minute, this is a pure node. If it was a normal node, it would give us 60. And our 120 iron is gonna be a little bit unutilized for now, because it's gonna go into this one using 30 per minute. And it's going to go into this one, also using 30 per minute, which just means we're going to have a surplus that we could tap from this later of 60. But it doesn't really matter, because this conveyor belt is a Mark 1 conveyor belt and it can only carry 60. And it's back and ready for another upgrade to our base when we get there. So like I said, we're gonna rebuild this in a minute when we get our foundations, because I like conveyor belts that go straight. I don't like conveyor belts that go like this. But it's for now. It's pretty efficient for this. Grab the plates and we grab the rods and we are ready to construct more stuff. And the wires. We are gonna move this immediately though, because there's no point carrying all the copper ore over here from this place if we don't have to. Let's grab our concrete first. We might need it. Thank you. So the plates and rods are doing their thing. And while that is doing its thing, we're gonna put up a proper miner here. I pick up this miner. I make a miner Mark 1, and I'm gonna point it towards our base, and we're gonna make a little thing here. Again, only temporary. We're gonna do a smelter here, and we're gonna hold control to align them and do a smelter there. Then we're gonna do a splitter, because we're gonna split our output here. We're gonna rotate it with our scroll wheel, and you see the dotted line is gonna show us that it's properly lined up. We're gonna do a belt like that, and we're gonna do a belt like that, and let's do it symmetrically, and a belt like that. Looks okay. I'm gonna make a power pole, hook this up. I'm gonna hook it up to our base pretty soon. But we're gonna put this one to make copper, and this one to make copper. And the reason I'm doing two separate ones here, for one, it's to utilize more of the ore. But the other thing is we're gonna make wire with this one, and we're gonna make cable with this one. Which means we are gonna need 3 constructors total. And we are missing materials. We're missing cable, and we will not have enough reinforced plates either, so. We'll do some more manual crafting. Okay. We are gonna make some screws as well. We're making some screws so that we can make more reinforced plates, which can also make us more constructors. And we are gonna stop when we reach 10. We now have 12 reinforced plates. And we're gonna pick up some more iron plates. They're starting to gather up quickly here. We are also heading into a night. That's fine. We have a flashlight. I did not mean to scan for iron. There we go. Constructor. I line it up with this machine. I do this constructor, and we line it up with the other machine. Let's see. About there. Should be fine. We do that one, and we'll do wire on this one, and then we middle mouse button, and we make another one, and we pull it in. And this one, let's do it the proper way. This one is gonna make wire from the copper, and this one is gonna make that wire into cable. As you see it, wire is made from copper ingots, and cable is made from wire. And this is not 100% efficient yet, but we'll do it like this for now. And we're gonna introduce another thing here. We are gonna introduce this thing, storage container. So that way it won't stop when it's full. Like that, and like that. And we have to our factory is probably gonna stop now, but that way we can see how that works. Like this, and we can do this one here, and we can do this one into there. So now it's gonna start mining, and I'm guessing when that copper ore reaches the smelters, I'm stuck. When that copper ore reaches the smelters, our base is gonna get overloaded electricity-wise, and we're gonna have to make another burner. You just click this power pole to look at the electricity. Well, the consumption is it's pretty low actually. It's probably because this machine is starting and stopping, and these ones cannot smelt as fast as yeah, because this one is only using 15 per minute instead of 30, so it gets clogged up, which means this one doesn't have to work at full efficiency, which gives us more energy. But since we talked about it, let's make another one. It's there in the power department. New thing in version 1.0 is that you can actually feed these with belts, which is very practical in my opinion. We'll just have to make a little bit more of this biomass, just to top off the machines. Nobody likes to run out of electricity. Perfect. So we put this in there, we top it off, and we top it off, and we fill it up like that. Perfect. Now we have more electricity to expand. More power, more factory. I think the next step should be to put down a miner up there, because this one is not getting any limestone. Do we have what we need? Yes, I do believe so. Just do the same. We take a miner, and the difference between limestone and copper and iron is that limestone doesn't have to be smelted. You just feed it directly into a constructor. But we're actually gonna put splitter on this. Like that. And we split it up. Because this one is gonna give us 120 per minute. With this belt it's gonna give us 60, because it can only carry 60. But this machine is gonna use 45 per minute, which means we'll have 15 to spare, and to get a little extra concrete per minute, we're gonna make another constructor, and we're gonna do this. Like that's silly. I'll do this, and I'll connect those, and then I'll do this one up here. Yes, like that. Yes, everything has power, and it's gonna start. And this one is not gonna make screws, it's gonna make concrete. There we go. And then the next part is we're gonna merge. That's a new item. We're gonna do this. We're gonna take the output into there and the output into there, and we're gonna take a storage container. We're gonna turn it around. We're gonna line it up, and we are gonna feed everything into this one. Then this one is slowly gonna fill up with concrete, and these ones here are gonna fill up with their respective resources, which is iron plates and iron rods. Looks like something went terribly wrong here. What is it? I never actually plugged in the miner. Now it's going. I'm guessing there was someone screaming at their screen for like the last 5 minutes. I'm sorry about that. But now everything is being made. We are getting concrete at a steady pace. We are getting iron rods, we are getting iron plates, and we are getting copper wire and cable. And that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna make some adjustments to our base. We're gonna make it more efficient. We're gonna unlock the foundations. They're gonna make our base a little flatter and easier to manage. And we're gonna see how efficiently we can make this. Thanks for watching.